How you doing, folks? Papa Joe here. We wanted to touch base. A lot of folks are, when you get talking about Trump and him bringing back jobs and helping America and all this, one of their favorite things to say and drag out is what about his clothing line and his daughter's clothing line, and what about the steel? They want to point out how he has utilized the worldwide market for his companies, you know, and for his gain, for his profit. That's what businesses do. That's what our government does, even. Our government has been known to take out bids and stuff. Matter of fact, one of the things that I think needs investigated by a real committee, real ethics committee, is Obamacare and that computer program that was such a great big success, or was that a failure? Hillary's school, or not Hillary, Michelle's school friends in Canada got the contract? Really? My understanding that it really didn't even go out for bid? Really? Huh. Kind of interesting, ain't it? Now, where are the people that are up in arms over that? They're up in arms over Trump having clothes and ties and whatever. I don't know what all he does. Don't care. I can't afford that kind of stuff. To my knowledge, the average American can't afford his kind of stuff. Anyway, it's not available to most of it. Not in the circles I travel in, let's put it that way. I guess he don't have a hillbilly edition or a truck driver version. I don't know. He didn't do anything any more different than any other business. Guess what? If you do your homework, the majority of all clothes are made overseas. Point blank. The majority of everything is made overseas. Point blank. You can get mad all you want. That's just how it's been forever. So, if you're mad at Trump because he had the clothes made where everybody else does, what are you trying to say? You think he should not have sold clothes? Well, what about everybody else? What about Walmart? You know, that was one of my pet peeves during the election for Obama when he was pushing this Obamacare nonsense, and Walmart was out there yelling, hoorah, hoorah, we're all for it. And I know Walmart too well. Walmart is not people friendly. Walmart is not American friendly. Walmart is Walmart friendly. They've been like that ever since old man died. Some of you youngers won't remember it, but some of us olders remember real well. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, where, I guess it was early 90s, I'm not sure, somebody correct me on it, where Walmart had the scandal going, where they got busted, ripping out the tag that said made in Taiwan and made in China, and replacing it with made in America. How many of y'all remember that? Yeah. My my kids have worked in Walmart growing up, and just like a lot of the other starter jobs, that's what your fast food jobs are. That's what a lot of these Walmart jobs are supposed to be. But they have turned out to be for beginners and for the elderly. And then there's a few people that try to make a career out of it and then whine and cry because they can't make no money. Oh, wait a minute, we're going $15 an hour. Don't get me started. But Walmart did not want to work any of their workers enough hours so that they was full-time and that they had to offer them any benefits. That's pretty sleazy and chicken shit in my opinion. And I know that from family relations working there. That's the same way that McDonald's and a bunch of them operate. They want to keep you right under that bar. I know someone right now that works at a grocery store. They're dealing with the same thing. You can't get over 40 hours a week for like 3 weeks straight, or else they have to put you on full time and make you offer you the benefits. So they monitor everybody to make sure that only management gets over 40 hours. Imagine that. Because they're special. No, yeah. No, yeah, why? That's a good way to open the next segment. No, yeah. Yes, Trump did a lot of stuff. I can tell you from my experience, you're complaining about him buying the steel from overseas. Well, I'll tell you the facts. When we lived in Georgia, I'd go around picking up scrap metal. Different wrecking yards and whatnot, they would crush your cars into little squares or whatever, however they did it at that place I picked up. They would load it onto the flatbed trailers that we had. We would take it into the crusher. We was driving an average of 50 miles, 50 miles back, so let's say a 100-mile radius. Some of it a little bit more than that, but very little of it was much over a 100-mile radius. And we would haul it back to Atlanta to the crusher. And they would crush this stuff at a big old shredder, just eat it up. Then it would go through a separator that spit out all the non-metal stuff. Then it would put the metal onto a train car. The train car would take it down to the coast where they would put it on a boat and take a slow boat to China. They would melt it, report, put it on a slow boat back, and he'd come back to us. And he could do that big old trip around the world cheaper than we could melt it down and pour it ourselves because of the taxes and all the nonsense that the government and the unions put on it right here in the United States. That's a problem. But then again, people want to yell at Trump because he bought that cheaper metal than everybody else was. Well, don't jump Trump's ass for being a decent businessman or a good businessman, whatever you think he was. He's made more money than you and I are worth, because I bet you he ain't watching this YouTube like us. He did what was profitable. And the chances are where people are hollering about him buying that steel, I'll bet you he didn't order it. I'll bet you on the clothing line, I bet you not only did he not design any of the clothes or anything else, he didn't order where it was made. I bet you he didn't know, didn't care. We're back to that deal of having people underneath you to take care of stuff. And I'm sorry, there's nothing wrong with the way I see he did business. I don't see where everybody's trying to throw rocks at him. Everybody does that. No, everybody doing something doesn't make it right. However, if it is not offered here or offered here at a competitive price, then how can you blame anybody for buying it overseas? Which is partially what a lot of people, including him, have been saying. We need to make it here. We need to get the taxes down so we can afford to make it here. If we can't get our costs down, then we need to make their tariffs go up so that we have a even marketplace. It's not even right now with nobody. Everybody else is making this shit cheaper, and you holler, oh, well, he's getting it made from a place that does child labor. If you know they do child labor or forced labor over there, jack the tariffs up. It's that simple. Jack the tariffs up. So, give him a chance. He ain't no dummy. And I'm sorry, I don't see where he's done any wrong. I was listening to, where is it, in India or one of the foreign countries over there where all the nonsense is. And they was talking about the Trump Towers that's going up. Or maybe they're already up. And they're pretty well underpriced than everybody else over there. That's good business. Period. That's good business. They was interviewing the guy that, the economic major and whatever. Some big to do over there. And they're asking them, well, how's this going to affect Trump with him, if he disassociates his name from it like he's been talking about? And he's like, ain't gonna hurt him at all. Trump ain't really got nothing to do with this. All he did was let him use his name for a profit. He said, you know, if Donald Jr. takes over, then it's still the Trump name. But yeah, there's a few little incidents that could be questionable. It is what it is. So, but yeah, it's just starting to irk on my nerves. And anytime you talk about work, there are those that want to jump out and holler about where Donald Trump has his stuff made. And I'll bet you where the stuff was made didn't even come up on his radar until politics made it come up on his radar. And at that point, he's still enough of a businessman that he ain't gonna change up. So, alright, that's just one old hillbilly truck driver's opinion. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. Y'all be careful. Bye.